What's up? People are going away. Maybe people that were around you are going away. Maybe old families going away. Old lineage. Old moons. Maybe maybe your spark's going away. Maybe maybe security's going away. Maybe people that were attacking you are going away. Maybe they're looking for something different. Maybe somebody wanted to attack you, maybe fuck you up, change you, whatever, so that you would go away. Maybe this is how they traditionally do you. Maybe they try to get you started out on something and then they take it away, and then maybe they try to give you something else, or you got to go look for something else, or they just traditionally take it away and you're out on the street and you're out looking for something and you get into a mess. And this is traditionally how it goes. And you could say, wow, this is just maybe like drugs or something like that, like this what it sounds like to me, like, but I guess that's where I'm going with it. Say like a doctor would prescribe you something and then they would take it away, and then you would be like wanting to search for something, so you're going searching for it and you find yourself in a bad situation. And this is just how they do with other things. Like, this is called grooming, as in they're grooming you in a way to get a reaction out of you so that they could either use it for, like, say, show, for entertainment, for books, for anything, whatever, or they could just have so they could make you look like something so that people would go away from you. And maybe traditionally this works, but because of the situation that you're in, people are not going away, and instead they're more flocking to you and more wanting to see you, or seeing your point of view, or seeing how you on top of things. And a lot of people are surrounding you. Maybe you read a lot of people at one time and you just burst out shit because, traditionally you probably wouldn't do that. But, after all the shit you've been through, you really don't give a fuck at this point. So you probably just blurt shit out, and you like read people really well. You're not blocked out. But maybe you make people stare at you. I mean, like, they kind of raise up to attention because they're not expecting something. Maybe like just even simple as a traditional hello kind of makes people like sit up and stare at you, and they like anybody around you, and they'll like kind of look at you and go away. It's like almost like against the law to like talk to someone, just say hello to anyone, if you're in a store or something. And people really, I think they have a hard time with that, like having any kind of verbal, like conversations with people, or at least I do. I mean, I guess I'm what they call nonverbal, is meaning that I don't. A lot of times, what I'm thinking isn't what I'm saying, or I'll say a lot of weird ass shit that's just splurting out because I'm thinking so much shit that it's going 100 miles an hour, and it just goes everywhere, and it's chaotic and abrasive, you know what I mean? But if you're able to pick through it and actually understand it, it probably will tell you every fucking thing about the day, the night, everything that's going to go on in your life, and you can take that from just like a 30-minute, 1 hour, whatever, not even 30 minutes or so inside of a store. And I probably could read a score of fucking energies like almost instantly. And traditionally that really doesn't happen, and because people don't see it. But because maybe I'm being investigated or watched by a lot of people, that they pick up on all the things that I'm doing, or even my thoughts, or what I'm saying, my thoughts, all kinds of shit. And maybe you're reading a lot of people right, and they keeping this behind the scenes. Maybe they keep behind the scenes what they do. Maybe behind the scenes somebody went up behind you, and traditionally they don't do that, but today they started following behind you and letting people know who you are, and that we're here to help. Or hey, I'm an alien. We come in peace. We come in peace. We come in peace. Oh my god. Right. Bearing arms. Maybe a Prince of Boo Boo has come in and said, hey, Jafar's here. You know who he is? Behind the scenes, he's a king and he owns this place. And we're gonna do this and that, and oh yeah, that's him. Like, wow. Nobody would know. Just a crazy guy, you know? So, like, kind of Picasso? Picasso-ish. Maybe, believe it or not, maybe some people dream of you at night. Like, I don't know. I guess that's not impossibility, but to really think of that, like, it's kind of like, wow, okay, cool, that's pretty neat. You know? Maybe even people, maybe someone tried to help themselves to someone that you were trying to be with. Someone that went away from you. And they maybe even tried to, like, maybe it was at a party or at some gathering. But maybe this person tried to sleep with someone and they, like, pushed them off and said, like, wow, you're the one. And this person couldn't believe that, like, you know, they, like you're the one. And so behind the scenes, they've been wanting to, like, maybe get this person off to themselves so that they could, you know, I mean, just get with them or something or whatever, you know. Got to be careful out there in these days, you know, because you don't want to begin something that isn't right, right? Right. Wouldn't never do that. Maybe you would be in a relationship if you actually had, or you might even act different, be different, and doing things differently if you actually had, like, money or the ability to do things. So, like, in saying that, you know, that might be, like, something that's holding you up in having a beginning with somebody that you even want to desire or think about. And, you know, maybe some people understand that. I mean, some don't. Some will block you out, some won't, you know, but, you know, even without that, people are attracted to you just naturally. And so with that, you got people that are naturally your enemies or against you. But behind the scenes, maybe you spark somebody's interest in you just by chance, by passing by them, and they're like started thinking about something, because traditionally people don't, maybe you were just blurting out stuff or just thinking out loud, and this person couldn't help but hear, like, some of the things you said. Maybe they went and looked them up or something, and they're seeing, like, wow, this person has a lot going on, like, there's a lot more to this than I really thought. And yeah, maybe they see that you're being oppressed, or that you like had no chance to begin with, because, you know, you were left out in the cold, you were without money or without wealth or without an ability to go forward, so that you're just, like, kind of surviving, doing whatever you can to find your way. And to begin with, that shouldn't be like that, because you have other things in life that are behind the scenes, even if you don't know about it, that should be able to help you, and they should be able to help you immediately. And people not wanting to help you traditionally shows that there is something else going on, because these things are set up, even like state programs and shit like that, they're set up to help anybody, as in they're discriminating against you on purpose, and it is very apparent that they are. And this has really had no beginning because it was caught on the first day. And they've let it play on for too long. And not only has it oppressed you, but has oppressed a lot of other people and their way of life and a way of going forward. Meaning, people have let it go on for far too long and they can't see that they are allowing this to go forward anymore and having any more fruition from this, because traditionally they would have stopped this on the first day. But why they let it go has to go back to what I've been saying, is like they're targeting you and purposely behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, every fucking thing, doing things to block you out, to take away things that traditionally that you would like, or where you could have your own independence. So they're always like around you, watching you, and it's traditionally like a cult, a gang, a organization that is trying to oppress you and target you when this is happening. And this is very apparent to some people, and because they're what in the know, they know these things, they happen to be trained in them. And even if you're not trained in them, obviously you're going through this kind of stuff, and you're not stupid, and you're not like, you might not be the smartest person in the fucking world, but you're not the stupidest, and you lived a pretty fair good life, or fair time on this planet to understand and be balanced in your decisions and what you're doing. And when they see that multiple people, maybe around you, certain people around you, or you running into like the same kind of people, or the same people multiple times, is usually a sign of someone watching you, someone judging you. So someone maybe is probably getting paid by other people, maybe even family or things like that. So people that are around you, they're watching you, they're seeing how you are, but people don't even realize, hey, I don't ever even go out the house. I don't ever see nobody at all. So if you see me in the store or something, that's probably like the first time I've been outside in like a week or two, because I only go there very rarely, maybe even a month or something, So if I say hi, I'm just saying hi because I'm a fucking weirdo, just saying hi. I guess that's weird these days, But maybe somebody sees you as very fertile in what you are, very fertile in things, meaning that they know what you are because they're probably into the same things, or they're involved in a lot of the same shit that you're involved in. And yeah, I guess traditionally they do stay kind of hidden, but or around here they do anyway. But maybe, more people are coming out like that, and it's a time for change. Every dog has its day. And, maybe people are, instead of turning their back, they're just turning away from things they don't agree with, things that keep them out from the life they want to live. Maybe heavy burdens, or or even me. Maybe they see that you have a lot and a lot to give, but you have not been receiving it, or you have not ever, or maybe you not ever received it, and that's a problem because they were having it marked that you did receive it, or that it was whatever, where it was marked wrong or spelled wrong. So, now they're seeing that they made a massive mistake. Maybe someone realized that they were thinking you were someone else, or was thinking someone else was you, but what they were thinking was that they met you or were with you or something like that, but they thought you were a different name, and they thought you were using someone else's name. So when they ran into this other person that they thought was me, they found out that they were using my name instead, and that's why they thought I was someone else in the first place. And they thought I was just using a name because I guess this is what they fucking do, you know what I mean? But either way, this person's happy that it was me under the wrong name, I guess, and not someone else, you know what I mean? So this person felt pretty good about that, but she was still shocked and said she wanted to help. Maybe she has a fortune, or she has an ability to, make things happen, make people see your way, or maybe she has the ability to make people see her way, and maybe you don't. Maybe you have like these fucking great ideas and all these gifts to give, and all these just memories and experiences that no one else has, and things that just happen to you, but you don't have the best ability to express it to other people. And you have to get that, like people around you that want to work with you and figure out what I actually mean by a lot of these things, or like pictures I take. I usually don't comment on pictures I take, but they all tell a story. Every one of them, they'll go into a story. You could put it into a comic book strip or anything, a movie strip and whatever. 5 pictures, 10 pictures, 50 pictures, don't matter. It'll tell a story and it'll go on forever, as they're always never ending. Because what? I'm living. Peace.